Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of For the Health of It. I'm Bill Evans, joined with Tom Cassels, President and CEO of Rock Health. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
To get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about Rock Health and what you're most excited about?
We're a little bit unique in that we do three things in the digital health world. One is invest in the little guys. So we have an early stage pre-seed to Series A digital health venture fund. Then we advise the big guys. So incumbent healthcare and healthcare adjacent organizations who really want to kind of adopt and build their own novel approaches to digital transformation. Third, our not-for-profit, rockhealth.org, focuses on equity-centered investment and design in digital health.
So how are you bridging that gap to get a more equitable distribution of investments? You're just looking at more minority-owned startups. Like, what is the criteria that you guys are looking for?
Two things we're doing in rockhealth.org. One is really studying what is it that is making it challenging for investors to simply write those checks. And that is a conversation that is a lot easier to be had than to be lectured to people. Yeah. And so there's a lot of work that we're doing in that space. We're also in the design space, bringing in so many more folks with lived experience to companies and to investors who are seeing that having a real impact is benefited greatly from investing in people who don't just see a problem, but have actually lived through some of the root causes of that problem.
So talk a little bit about that. I'm sure you're getting approached by a number of companies to participate in your fund. What's Rock's philosophy or methodology for finding companies you think will deliver an impact versus others that wouldn't?
Starting with proof of outcome. And that I think is the kind of back end of health equity. If you're not going to have outcome, you're not going to have outcome for anyone. But we focus on interaction, the kind of intersection of patient and physician. So we look at patients of all kinds and try to understand what their greatest challenges are. And then we go out and really test the market for who's addressing those challenges. A good example, we just announced an investment in a company called Well Theory, which is a female founder focused on autoimmune disease, which is largely in this country a female condition and dramatically underinvested in traditional medicine. And so that was something that we learned from work that we're doing on gender disparity in healthcare.
So there's been a lot of talk at the conference about how technology can bridge the equity gap. Do you have a philosophy at Rock particularly for that, or is it more the business case of the companies you're investing in sort of drive that vision for a technological solution?
Technology never drives change. People, process, and technologies drive change. The focus for us is on the people. So who are the people who are really going to be using these technologies, and how do we get in touch in a deep way with the end users? That connects back to the companies that we look at and gives us a really clear sense of, are you actually going to be indispensable to the population that you're trying to reach?
Excellent. So last question for you. It's the hardest one I have. What are you most looking forward to at Health this year?
The obvious answer is ludicrous.
Okay, yes. But that is the correct answer. It says right here, yes, ludicrous is the correct answer.
But beyond ludicrous, I'm really excited about something that is different this year and palpably different. which is the relationship and the conversation and the nature of the interaction between startups and buyers. So whether it is the macro trends in the macro environment or buyers really trying to pull the future forward, there's a demand for talking about outcomes now that I think is incredibly healthy for the future of digital health, because we need to see adoption. We need to see impact. And that push from the buy side, I think, is something that I'm really enjoying.
Awesome. Well, Tom, thanks for spending a couple of minutes with us. I hope you have a
Absolutely.
great show.
Thank you. You too.